From suburban Atlanta, Georgia and Coolray Field, it is USL Soccer on ESPN+. The visiting Indy 11 coming into their game 25 with a record of 11-7-6, right in the middle of it in the Eastern Conference playoff race up against the homestanding Stripes of ATL UTD2. They come into their game 24 with a record of 3-13-7. Alongside Jason Longshore, I'm John Nelson. We'll be here with you this evening. Indy 11, they're in their first year as a USL franchise, rounding into form. They have a chance to define who they are for the run-in. Jason, for ATL UTD2, it's a chance to define who they are as professionals in a bounce-back situation.
And part of that bouncing back is coming back after a tough loss on Wednesday to FC Cincinnati, 5-1 here at home. But bouncing back from dropping points has been something Atlanta United has done very well as a club, and that has to transition to ATL UTD2. Last time they had a loss here at home at Coolray Field, they bounced back with the 5-4 crazy win over Toronto FC2. We'll see if the young Stripes can get that done today.
And for Indy 11, Jason, while on the road they haven't been living in the upside down completely, things have been looking pretty good.
It's been interesting for Indy 11 on the road, especially lately. That recent road form, not quite as good as it was earlier, huh? 1-2-2 in their last 5. But overall, only 12 goals conceded on the road in 12 matches, 7 clean sheets on the road. They are a tough out anywhere in the country.
Let's see if stranger things happen tonight here at the Proving Ground. When we come back, it'll be coaches, it'll be lineups, it'll be kickoff for the first 45 minutes. USL Soccer on ESPN+, ATL UTD2, and Indy 11 just around the corner. Stick and stay. We'll be right back.
Before you did. I knew your fears, your hopes. I knew what you could accomplish, how great you could be. And I knew just where to take you when you got hurt.
You'll be back out there in no time.
For physical therapists and certified athletic trainers who only work with young athletes, there's Children's Healthcare of Atlanta Sports Medicine. Moms know.
There are never enough hours in the day, so you can't let sniffles, strep, or aches and pains slow you down. But finding great healthcare that fits your schedule can be tricky. With Piedmont QuickCare at Walgreens, you can get great same-day care right around the corner. There are 27 locations and counting, all with extended hours and most open 7 days a week. You can book an appointment online to get in, out, and on your way. Visit piedmont.org/quickcare now to learn more. Piedmont QuickCare at Walgreens, one stop to better.
Los accidentes suceden sin avisar y conseguir el tratamiento médico que usted o un familiar merece puede resultar difícil si no cuenta con la ayuda de un buen abogado. Por eso nos dedicamos a pelear por sus derechos, asegurándonos que usted no solo reciba la compensación que merece, sino que también reciba la mejor atención médica. Le atendemos en español. 404-888-8888. Bader Law Firm, comprometidos con usted y su familia.
Does it again! Great save, Restrepo! Oh!
Welcome back to the Proving Ground, getting ready for ATL UTD2 and Indy 11. Let's go starting lineup, starting with the visitors. Jason, what do you see?
Dylan Mayers returning to the club on Wednesday, game-winning goal in their win over Toronto FC2. Really focuses this midfield with Mayers, Brad Ring, the veteran, and Juan Guerra as the playmaker.
And the flip side for the home side and the Stripes. What do you see here tonight?
The 4-4-2, John Gallagher is a right back. He'll get forward a good bit, and we'll see how the pairing of Lagos Kunga and Devin Sandoval build some chemistry up top.
Getting ready for action here. The boys in blue as they get ready for it. Looking at head coaches, we mentioned ATL UTD2. Scott Donnelly, once again, his first season with the Stripes.
Scott Donnelly's had a tough gig here in Atlanta, especially on a day like today where not anyone from the first team who's been playing regularly, part of the squad, a lot of young players on the bench. Scott has been working to keep this group together and build on the foundations that have really started ATL UTD2.
Then for the boys in blue, Martin Rennie's in his first season, and he, Jason, did something really cool earlier this month.
Yeah, he sent an open letter to Indy 11 fans and kind of explained why it was a bit of a slow start for Indy 11 based off where they've been. They got a late start. Martin Rennie was appointed when most teams were in training camp, but it really feels like this group is coming together in a big way and building for a big playoff run.
Let's see what happens here tonight with them midweek at Lucas Oil. 3-2 win over Toronto FC 2. They had a 2-0 lead. It evaporated pretty quickly in the remainder of the first half, and then it ends up with a goal from Dylan Mayers for the 3-2 win. ATO UTD 2 hosted the Eastern Conference leaders in FC Cincinnati. It was a long night for the Stripes, and we are underway from the Proving Ground.
Really curious to see John Gallagher at right back, a position we've not seen him in this season.
There he is with it early on. Activity towards center circle. Let's see what man in the middle of it all tonight. Greg Dopka, he will be your referee. Your assistants, Jeff Skinker and Kevin Huey. Your fourth official tonight here at Coolray Field, Kyle Johnston. And Mitch Hildebrandt will reset. And the 11 very, very tight pressure early on. Launched out toward the center line. Lagos Kunga there with a whistle. It's going to go with Indy 11. Second time in the last couple of days, Jason, we've seen some very early pressure from the visitors.
Yeah, Indy 11 in a 4-3-3. It's the second match in a row that they've played three up top, and with that generally comes some pressure. They're going to chase this back line around a bit. We've mentioned Gallagher, not a traditional right back. Tyler Ruth and A.J. Cochran, second match playing together. Jack Metcalf, not a traditional left back, and Mitch Hildebrandt hasn't played with this group much at all.
Castro with the pass and opportunity, trying to spring Kissiadou. Getting there first is Ouimet. He's trying to dribble out of traffic and dribble out of pressure. Ends up with the left to send it forward, chested down, but picked up by the Stripes. Then quickly back to Indy 11. A lot of back and forth right now as we head toward minute number 3. Scoreless from the Proving Ground. Thanks for accessing us however you are doing so. And a whistle and a foul on the Stripes.
Lagos Kunga chasing from behind, a little reckless. Commits the foul right at midfield.
4 other games going on in the Eastern Conference with 7 o'clock kicks as Brad Ring reintroduces. You've got Charleston and Red Bulls 2, North Carolina FC and Charlotte, Ottawa and Penn FC, Richmond and Lou City. Bottom of the hour, weather permitting, and we really do mean weather permitting, Tampa and FC Cincinnati, because really you could use the term gully washer if you've seen the photos on social media.
It's not looking like that one's going to get played anytime soon.
Also in the Eastern Conference, 8:30 Eastern kick. It is Nashville and Bethlehem. Having to double back quickly was Ouimet to send it back to Fawn Williams. So Indy 11 can start all over again with Ioze in the left.
The veteran Ouimet coming to Indy 11 from the New York Red Bulls. Solid center back.
Jack McInerney tries to send it in, looking for Dylan Mayers, but nice defensive play, gets it to Hildebrandt, and it'll go to the Stripes.
Great to see Dylan Mayers return to Indy 11. Been with Miami the last couple of seasons, and Dylan Mayers on Wednesday, it was a hero's homecoming. Game-winning goal in the second half in the 3-2 win over Toronto FC2.
Barajas in the middle, Castro and a whistle. That goes on Moses. So it'll be a free kick for ATL UTD2 here halfway through minute number 4.
I've loved the progression of Alessandro Castro. Played in the first Atlanta United Academy match a couple of years ago. As his academy time wound down, Tony Annan, Scott Donnelly sat down with him, wanted to offer him a contract here in USL. And he's really starting to become a key figure in this team. Very comfortable on the ball in the middle of the field.
Barajas settles. Gallagher tries to send it forward with the right, and it's knocked away by Garrett. It'll be a throw.
Gallagher's typically played on the wing for ATL UTD2. In this 4-4-2 diamond, he will have space on the right to attack.
Kind of like that. Very prescient of you, sir.
It happens occasionally.
Gallagher with the throw. Looking for Sandoval, chesting it down. Back and forth, and Sandoval back to Barajas. Looking to send it further back, intercepted by McInerney, right into his cleats, and the switch to the far.
That's that pressure from Indy 11. Martin Rennie's been looking for more of that, causing turnovers in the middle of the field.
Venegas trying to go in, possibly hook up with Mayers. Didn't quite happen. Stripes come back the other way.
Quick from Kisiadu to Kunga. Great ball from Kunga.
Looking for Sandoval, just too much. Just missed there on the connection. And it will be an Indy 11 throw. First dangerous opportunity here as we turn over to minute number 6 for the Stripes. Let's take another look.
Huge opportunity here from Lagos Kunga, trying to bend it in for Devin Sandoval. Kunga really is in a great spot at the moment. He's on a homegrown contract with Atlanta United. He's been getting a lot of experience with ATL UTD2 this season. But Atlanta United preparing for a stretch run, preparing for the playoffs. Lagos Kunga is a guy who wants to start getting some minutes with Atlanta United and in Major League Soccer.
Kisiadu tried to spring the captain, Jack Metcalf. Too much mustard on it, so Indy 11 will have the opportunity to restart with a Wine-Fawn Williams.
Tonight, Kunga is a second forward. This is a role we have not seen him in with ATL UTD2. He's played in this type of role as a youth player coming up with Atlanta United's academy, with the Decatur YMCA Wolves Club. He has a great partner tonight in Devin Sandoval, a veteran who has been around the block at all levels of American soccer, and a guy that Kunga can play off of and make runs off of.
Fawn Williams looking to send it to Mayers, looking directly into the sun here in the first half. McInerney tried to do something with the left, but sent over the outfield wall for, they're going to call it corner.
I believe it is a deep throw.
Okay, so we'll go Iozzi with the deepest of deep throws here.
It is a throw.
Sent in. Iozzi with it. Gallagher sent in with the right over everybody, and it looks like it'll be a goal kick for ATL UTD2 and Mitch Hildebrandt. And with the late afternoon, early evening sky, you've got Mitch Hildebrandt looking into the sun. You have Indy 11 looking into the sun, anything being introduced from the right-hand side of the screen to the left. Obviously, give it another 20 minutes or so, and the field will be in complete shadow. But right now, troubling for both teams, having to look toward the west.
Much more difficult for Mitch Hildebrandt, though. ATL UTD2 must have lost the coin toss.
Sandoval trying to dribble out of trouble. A little give and go, trying to go with Metcalf. Bunch of cleats in the way. Indy 11 will settle.
Kisiadu just a step late to break that up.
Kendall Moulin trying to do something. Mayers had his cleats in the way, and now here's Guerra. And a whistle. Foul on the visitors, and it's going to be a kick for the Stripes.
These are the little situations that ATL UTD2 has to manage better. This is a team that is one of the leaders in the USL in passes, in passing accuracy. They're the #1 team in the Eastern Conference in passing accuracy, but only 23 goals to show for it. The passing at midfield is great. It's just not leading to enough chances.
Venegas sending it along the far channel, picked off, and Stripes will send it right back with the left foot, trying to launch Kunga. Ouimet was there with the header. Venegas sends Sandoval the other way. He's got a little bit of room on the far side, but out of control, and the Stripes will settle.
Good work from Devin Sandoval to push Venegas into a bad spot on the dribble. Nowhere to go.
Hildebrandt trying to think of something to do in and around Sunnyside.
The little 1-2 from Castro, really simple, showing for the ball. So comfortable in possession, Alessandro Castro.
All the way back to Hildebrandt, but picked off again by Indy 11. Suni tries to go with the right, deflected. It'll be a corner at the far.
Suni Saad's one of the underrated pickups in USL this year. Great addition to Indy 11. Really creative forward who can play up top by himself, can play out on the wing in the 4-3-3. He can play as a second forward. I think he could probably play as a number 10. He's that good.
Let's see what the thought pattern is here for Indy 11. Ayoze will take, bring in with the left. McInerney lurking at the back. Couple of heads touch it. Last touch by Indy 11, goal kick.
I didn't get a clean look on that. It might have come off of Suni Saad or Juan Guerra. Number of players go up for it. No one made clean contact, kind of glancing off, and it's a goal kick for Mitch Hildebrandt.
Select is the official soccer ball of the USL. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit selectsportamerica.com. Receive free shipping on orders over $50. As Mitch Hildebrandt sends a Select ball into the shade. Sandoval won the joust there, but settled by Indy 11, going all the way back to Fawn Williams. Kunga thought about chasing after it briefly, sent back into the sunlight. Castro tries to settle.
Cross signals with Barajas.
Heading toward minute number 12, scoreless here, and a whistle and a handball on Ayoze, so it'll go back to the stripes.
Poor touch from Ayoze, trying to settle that and break down the left side. It's going to be one of the battles tonight. John Gallagher versus Ayoze on the left.
Sent down, Sandoval posted up, tried to get the spin on it, but picked up and sent back the other way quickly. Was Ayoze, Rainier Ferreira, and all the way over to Venegas.
Big switch to Venegas, a lot of space for him to attack in.
Stripes kind of lying in wait, waiting for something to happen with all the open space.
Setting a deeper line of confrontation, kind of drawing Indy 11 out a little bit.
Headed toward the center of it all, picked up Dylan Mayers trying to get a sprint into the box. Knocked up into the air, big shot blocked and sent out for another deep throw.
That's what Dylan Mayers is so good at, that late run into the box. Shot falls off to the right side and ends up getting blocked away for a throw.
Venegas looking for a little help. Everyone was anticipating long runs into it. Sent in with the right. Hildebrandt trying to go for it over the bar. It'll be goal kick. Too much behind it with the right. Sent over, and so ATL UTD2 will start over halfway through minute 13.
Play short to build up out of the back. Smart to play to Gallagher, comfortable on the ball. Can get forward and attack.
Good idea, and Lagos Kunga was working with it. Last touch by Indy 11, so it'll be back for a stripes throw. Garrett chasing Kisiadu. Gallagher settling. Switching it over. Metcalf has a run. Settled back, Kisiadu. Castro and Kisiadu, 1-2 there. Drop for Metcalf. Castro trying to spring Gallagher, not enough behind it in between ideas. Ayoze will send it long. Easily controlled there by the back, and it'll be Mitch Hildebrandt again.
I like the confidence from Castro, though, to try to hit that big switch because it's a low-risk situation. Underhit it just a bit. Ayoze steps up. Really, the only thing Ayoze can do is play that into a 1v2 with Ruthven and Cochran on McInerney.
Joust there, picked up by Venegas. Good tackle that time by Cochran. As soon as Saad tried to turn the corner, but now down, looks like it's AJ Cochran.
Looks like Cochran took a knock on that challenge.
Either on the boot or on the shin, trying to shake it off quickly. Big boot that time for Venegas to settle it down, but it ends up going back to ATL UTD2. Switch to the near side and Gallagher. Barajas looking for help. He had 2 white kits on him. Gallagher trying to charge. Couldn't get it over Guerra. But they're going to call a foul on the stripes, and it'll go to Indy 11.
Has a heavy touch from Gallagher, and then Sandoval and Gallagher double down to prevent the break and commit the foul.
We met in Venegas. As we're scoreless here, heading toward minute 16. Barajas trying to dribble out of trouble. Chased by Guerra, gives to the captain.
It's a much better first 15 minutes for ATL UTD2 tonight. Part of that is this group had a chance to play on Wednesday together. They had a chance to train all week together, and it's a small group, but it's a group that actually has had some continuity in back-to-back matches for one of the first times this season.
Gallagher tried to do something with it with the right. And Kunga ends up with a collision with Dylan Mayers, and it ends up being an ATL UTD2 throw.
A lot of speed up top for this ATL UTD2 team behind Sandoval.
Venegas, Sunni Saad trying to figure out something to do with it, ends up going off his head, and Mitch Hildebrandt will quickly send it back into Gallagher.
Opportunity for Gallagher to run at the Indy 11 left side.
Thought about it, gives to Barajas. Castro looking to turn,
Great
nicely
turn.
done there. Early possession more than 60%, north of 60% for the Stripes so far.
Typical. That's how ATL UTD2 plays, but you have to start producing something with that possession. That's been the biggest challenge all season.
Headed clear back towards center line. Gallagher with it now. McInerney tries to crash Tyler Ruth, and he does. Ball goes straight up into the air. Second joust goes to Ioze. Guerra and McInerney looking to spring it forward too much. And Hildebrandt will grab, and they'll try it again.
Great idea from McInerney. Just overhit the ball, but you're starting to see those connections build up for Indy in this match. Guerra and McInerney, a little 2-man game. Jack McInerney, known as a poacher in his career, but very underrated in terms of his passing.
Sent down, and it looks like the idea was there with the left, sent in with the right, and Owain Fawn Williams with the save. Lightning work with both feet that time for Laurent Kissiadou.
Laurent Kissiadou cuts that back, and he took a peek and saw Williams cheating off the line a little bit. Went for the near post, nearly beat him.
Gallagher tries to slide tackle to keep it from progressing through. McInerney has to send it back. Indy 11 will reset toward the center line.
Game stretching out just a bit.
Ring, we met, and Venegas. Speed there, intercepted, but Kissiadou was looking for Kunga. Kunga couldn't quite turn on it in time, so Indy 11 will try it again.
First touch, nice idea from Kissiadou, not on point.
Sandoval tried to work with the left, and it was picked off, put up into the air, so slowed down. It will be an ATL UTD2 throw here at minute 19, scoreless at the Proving Ground.
This attacking trio, Sandoval, Kunga, Kissiadou, showing some promise.
Sandoval settles off the throw, sent back over here to the near side. Gallagher will track it down. Barajas will get there first. Tried to spring Gallagher. Too much behind it. Throw in for Indy 11. Barajas was on Ioze, and so Ring sends it forward. Dylan Mayers in the middle of it all, over to Venegas at the far. Seth Moses. Back to Ioze here near side. Rainier Ferreira. Ferreira again tries to send it in. A little deeper this time. Circled back through. There's Guerra. Has to send it all the way over. See what Venegas can do with it with the right. Groundwork with Guerra. Looking to spring Moses, picked off, and the Stripes will come back with it the other way with Castro.
Metcalf read that the whole way, dropped into the space for that passing lane. Takes it away, but ATL UTD2 with a bad giveaway as they try to unleash Gallagher down the right.
Iose will bring it in with the throw. See what he's thinking about. Coming in on Gallagher. Poked away nicely, so it'll be a throw in the attacking third for Indy 11 here as we head toward minute 21.
Nice work from Andrew Kendall Moulin to poke that away.
Big switches there. We met will settle. Ring on the ground with the right. Moses overlap Venegas. Deflected, but it ends up right in the hands of Mitch Hildebrandt trying to spring someone. Barajas wanted it. Hildebrandt hang on to it.
These next few minutes are probably the trickiest of the night for Mitch Hildebrandt. It's going to be another, what, 5-10 minutes maybe where he's in the only sun on the field.
Yep.
It's tough with some of those crosses and long balls that come out of shadow into the sunlight.
Barajas with the intercept. Gallagher with some room at Kisiadu, but decides to pull it back to Tyler Ruthven.
Ruthven signed to ATL UTD2 last week from Miami. Local player, but it's taken him a little bit of time to get back to full fitness, get that match rhythm back, build some chemistry with his teammates.
Gallagher with an idea, picked up by Fawn Williams. Rainier up to Iose. Ring being chased by Kisiadu. Does it feel like low 80s to you?
It feels a little cooler, actually. Might have to go jacket here in a minute.
What do they say? It's not the heat, it's the humidity this time of year?
I hear that. I don't know if I ever buy that, though.
No.
It sounds like one of those just, cliches that doesn't actually mean much.
A meteorological cliche. Rainier Ferreira looking for some assistance, gets it from Suni Saad, coming in with the right into a lot of activity and possibilities. Nothing happening there. Launched right on Hildebrandt, both hands.
Big save from Hildebrandt. Jack Metcalf involved in keeping that out as well. ATL UTD2 living dangerously.
Ruthven wanted to spring Gallagher. Sandoval going after it, and there's your whistle. They're going to call Sandoval there as he was going after it, as was Brad Ring.
Sandoval a little sloppy with the touch. Ring stepped in to try to win it. Sandoval, as he slides back, fouls Ring.
And there's another look at it. And Indy 11 working right toward the center line here. Trying to send it deep and launch into something on offense. Too far, it'll be a goal kick.
Indy 11's the veteran team here, and it's almost like you keep waiting for them to allow Atlanta to punch themselves out a little bit, take advantage of the young team, but Indy's struggling to put their stamp on this match. The last chance was by far their best. Atlanta has had, I think, the better of the general play tonight so far.
Ferreira over to the far, and Venegas. Give and go with Moses playing catch. All the way back to Ouimet. He's going to have to track it down.
It's one thing that Indy 11 will have to work on. Their passing numbers, just in terms of accuracy, a lot of unforced giveaways.
Switch over to the near. Iose settles. Gallagher on him, sent forward. Dylan Mayers looking to spring Saad, blocked as he tried to send it in with the left. It'll be a corner.
Good movement from Suni Saad to find some space, blocked away by Tyler Ruthven.
Saad, the team leader in shots this season with 47. Not afraid to wind up and fire. 16 more than Jack McInerney coming into the night.
Dangerous opportunity here for Indy as the center backs come up. Watch out for McInerney on this. He's not the biggest guy in the 18, but he's so good at finding space.
Sent to the back, headed, and nowhere close, so it'll be a goal kick.
I think that was Ferreira on the back post. Really not getting anything on that one to test Mitch Hildebrandt.
Once again, to your point about sun and shade, there were some players in striped kits putting hands over eyes, trying to shield, try to figure out what to do.
Might be the last one that they have to do that again on.
Sandoval trying to flick and get Kunga involved. Vaughn Williams with it. Now in the 11 will try it again here in minute 26. Venegas with the right, trying to spring McInerney. He can't, and ends up back with Hildebrandt.
The Jack Metcalf left back experiment continues to improve. Good there. Good getting a body on the Indy player, not letting him turn.
Good shield by Barajas to maintain possession. Back to Gallagher and Ruthven. Like Ruthven wanted to send Barajas a little bit, but it goes back to Hildebrandt. Mitch will send with the right over to the captain.
Good look from Hildebrandt, but Metcalf unable to keep it.
Indy 11 has decided who's going to throw it in. It's quickly done. Sent backwards slightly. Moses looking to go on Castro. Castro very dogged with it, but sent in to Mayers, who has to send it back out. Sent in quickly and just misses. Sooney saw it on the connection.
Great work by Moses as that whole play developed. Sooney saw it had gotten loose from Tyler Ruthven on the back post.
Venegas there with the entry, just misses, and they've had a couple of those that have been just misses. ATL UTD2 had the one miss down here with Kissiadu. As Gallagher tries to just send it down the pitch out toward the center line, will be a throw for Indy 11.
Kevin Venegas was a player I was actually surprised to see leave Minnesota United. Didn't really get a chance last year. Came up with him, started his career there in 2012. Good player, gets forward really well, dangerous with the crosses.
A lot of cleats intercepting in passing lanes, possession going back and forth. Ring, Sandoval on his heels. Guerra with it now, center circle. We met. Venegas trying to send Moses this time.
Great work from Cochran, but he's down.
Looks like they're going to call Moses on that. Second time in the last couple of minutes that A.J. Cochran's gotten dinged up, and Moses isn't getting him.
Cochran beat Moses to the spot and took the brunt of the punishment. It's a 50-50 ball, and they're both going for it. Cochran was just a step ahead. It's like he took the worst of the contact.
Two sets of cleats getting locked up, two bodies hit the turf.
Looks like both are up and gonna be okay.
Looked like also a bit of a discussion from Greg Dopka. So we'll keep an eye on those two numbers going forward.
Moses was late to that, and I think that's what Dopka was talking to him about.
Here in minute 29 from the proving ground, no goals on the board yet. Mitch Hildebrandt sending it forward with the right, looking for Sandoval. We met at his back. Moses all the way back to we met, trying to spring Mayers, doesn't quite happen. Switch for the stripes. What can Gallagher do? Barajas and Kissiadu. But Ring ends up with it, and he'll go backwards to Rainier Ferreira and Ioza.
Ball kind of got stuck under Kissiadu's feet. Good run from Barajas to give him an option.
That was coming in from behind, and Kissiadu's going to get a yellow.
That's frustration yellow from Kissiadu. probably a lot of it had nothing to do with Brad Ring. It's that last possession where he lost it.
So at the tail end of the 29th minute, Laurent Kisiadou gets a yellow.
Kisiadou has to be careful. Brad Ring's a veteran, over 100 matches with Indy 11. He's going to try to work Kisiadou into a second yellow. It's part of the growing up process for young players, young professionals. Something Scott Donnelly has consistently talked about with Kisiadou, with Kunga, and a lot of their teammates, is just being able to manage the emotions of the professional game.
And that's all part of the process with ATL UTD2, just getting prepared at this level, getting ready for the next level, developing who you are as a player on the pitch and off. Sandoval and Iose going at it. Sandoval wins it and ends up heading back to Indy 11. Deflected. Suni Saad sends it into the middle looking for McInerney. Nice cleat in the way to send it back the other way, and Castro.
A.J. Cochran again. Right place, right time.
Moses and McInerney. All the way over to Venegas. Metcalf was there. Tried to be sent in over the end line, so it'll be a goal kick. Or are they going to say last touched by?
It's a corner. Metcalf blocked it.
There you go.
It's good work from Metcalf. He shows Venegas the end line, really doesn't give him much of an angle, but Venegas tries to cut the cross back and crosses it off of Metcalf out for the corner.
And to your point, now that we are at the tail end of minute 31, everybody's in shade now, so we don't have any shielding going on. What will Iose do with the left here?
It's an in-swinger from Iose. It's like a lot of bodies at the near post. They play short.
Dylan Mayers wide open. What can he do? Sent in with the right. Too much. Last touch to Indy 11. Looks like goal kick.
These are the little things that a new club doesn't really have as much time to work on. And in Scott Donnelly's case, with the players kind of coming and going with ATL UTD2 from week to week, set pieces, and especially defending set pieces, is a real challenge. Indy tried to take advantage of it there.
Sent back to Hildebrand, all the way over to Cochran. Cochran with space, which is now closed off, but he'll do the switch. Gallagher.
Great first touch from Gallagher. Kunga needs to be there for him.
Guerra ends up with it, goes through the wickets of Barajas, but it goes back to the stripes.
Hey, it's not a nutmeg if you don't keep possession.
Moses thought about it. Once again, cleats in the way, heading back this way. The stripes going left to right.
A.J. Cochran is having himself a night.
Into the infield, two bodies kind of restricting progress there, and they're going to call a foul on Indy 11. Looked like We Met was a part of it, and Iose was a part of it. They just kind of kept anything from happening. They'll get the whistle there, and so it'll be a free kick for ATL UTD2.
Really feels like this group for ATL UTD2, having a full week of training and a couple of matches, it's really paying off.
Moses on Kisiadou. Castro thought about sending it backwards. Mayers got in the way. Last touched by Mayers, so it'll stick with the stripes.
Castro tried to cut it back on Dylan Mayers. Love the confidence, but Mayers too savvy there. He's going to touch that away, not let Castro find the space.
Captain looking for a little help, tries to send it down. Sandoval, We Met was on him. Picked up by the defense. Rainier Ferreira with the left over here to Iose, and it looks like Indy 11 has some space.
Excellent work from Martin Rennie's bunch, playing out of the back.
Barajas, and a whistle on Iose.
Iose hard into the back of Barajas. Indy 11 under pressure, swings it from right to left. Great work there, but then kind of another needless giveaway in the middle of the field.
Barajas looking to go on Iose. Give to Lagos Kunga. Ring on him, sent backwards. Nice triangle work there to Gallagher. In with the right. What's going to happen? Missed by everybody. Castro trying to track it down, can't. Another near miss for ATO UTD2.
Great ball in from John Gallagher, playing as a right back tonight in this 4-4-2. We haven't seen Gallagher in this role, but he has the whole right wing to work with, takes full advantage there, nearly picks out Devin Sandoval at the near post.
Whistle on A.J. Cochran that time as Jack McInerney tried to bring it down. Halfway through minute 35 here at Coolray Field. Indy 11 and ATO UTD2 scoreless. Opportunities on both sides. Solid opportunities for both ways.
Each team with chances, but it feels like the better of the play has been with the Stripes tonight.
Here Ferreira looking for Ioze. Rajas. Kisiadu a part of all of that. On defense, over to Ring. Center circle. Seth Moses. Castro picks him up. Venegas staring at two strike kits, sends it backwards to Moses and Ouimet, and they'll try it all over again. Ring, Ouimet, and Moses. Tried to chip in with the right, looking for Suni Saad or any kind of a help there. Nice tackle there, and it's going to be a deep throw for Indy 11.
Oh, A.J. Cochran with the tackle and wanted that throw. Felt like it came back off of the Indy player. Didn't get it.
Venegas trying to go in on the captain. Last touch by Jack Metcalf. It'll be another corner, and that means that Ioze will try it with the left again.
Plays it through Metcalf's legs, but just the touch from Metcalf, it goes out. It's another corner for Indy 11. Last time they went short to the top of the 18. Let's see if Atlanta learned anything from that. Looks like Kunga's keeping an eye on it.
There you go. Sent in, headed. Past the back post. Looks like Gallagher's going to get there first, and he'll send it out of trouble.
Kisiadu with the header at the near post.
Ring tries to go with the diagonal. Headed, easy pickings for Hildebrandt. Trying to settle everything down here in the middle of minute number 37.
Indy unable to redirect that for another chance.
All right, now coming into tonight, remember, Indy 11, right now number 6 in the Eastern Conference at 39 points. Bethlehem also, they are the 5 right now. So there's a bit of a logjam in the Eastern Conference. And they're going to say Ferreira last touched it. Gallagher's got a deep throw for the Stripes.
Gallagher walking the tightrope on the touchline. He keeps it in, earns the throw.
Back and forth with Kisiadu. Sandoval looking to go through all of it. Kisiadu has it. Ring knocks it away. Suni Saad.
Devin Sandoval down behind the play. Don't think Indy sees him.
Venegas switched far to near, sent out. And let's keep an eye on Sandoval here. The attacking third now sitting up after rocking forward.
Coming to check on him. He's going to be all right. Doesn't need the trainer.
Quick note as well, the USL's official Twitter feed keeps you up to date with news, live game updates, and highlights from around the league 24/7. Follow @USL on Twitter. And there's a lot of action tonight, especially in the Eastern Conference. Deluge permitting in one location, otherwise known as Al Lang Stadium in Tampa. Deflected, and it looks like there's numbers. What's Kisiadu going to do with it? Tried to drive, and Ring got there first, knocked it out for a Creature Comforts corner kick.
Don't think he knew what he wanted to do with it there. It's a poor touch from Kisiadu as he's dribbling in. Gets rescued with the defender playing it out for the corner, but Laurent Kisiadu has to do better with that opportunity in the 18.
So let's see what Jack Metcalf does here. Sending it in with the right.
Lots of targets for Atlanta. Cochran, Ruthven, Kendall Moulin. Sandoval makes the near post run.
Sent in, headed clear by Ferreira. Dylan Mayers had a chance for a break, couldn't settle it in time, so Castro grabbed and sent it all the way back to Mitch Hildebrandt.
Smart from Castro, reset to Hildebrandt. Cochran stayed up.
Sent way up the elevator shaft that time by Venegas, so it'll be a throw for ATL UTD2. Lagos Kunga will take over at the far.
Nice awareness from Hildebrandt to pick out A.J. Cochran, who stayed up to help out with that attack. His flick-on header earns a deep throw.
Metcalf will take. Moses on Kunga. A lot of flashes. Sandoval will take it there. Moses intercepts. Maintains control. Nicely done, but Sandoval will bring it down. Castro. Second touch to himself was too much. It'll go back to Indy 11.
Castro unable to turn the corner. Curious to see what changes Martin Rennie will be considering at halftime. This is a tough stretch for Indy 11 right now. 7 matches in 22 days. They're right in the middle of that, and this is where the legs start to get a little heavy. Kind of a flat first half from the boys in blue.
The first 3 of them, they've won 2, drew 1. Indy 11 couldn't quite keep possession over at the far, so it'll be a throw for the Stripes. The 3-2 win over Toronto midweek, and then last weekend goalless draw in Ottawa against the Fury. Then before that, a 3-2 win back at Lucas Oil against North Carolina FC.
Indy's dominated with 7 shots so far today, but both teams have only had 1 shot on target.
Kissidu settles, hard touch, kept by Gallagher. Ring tried to get control of it, could not, goes to Castro. Sandoval, Venegas on him, put into the middle. Castro couldn't hang on to it, sent back to center circle, but kept by the Stripes. And Barajas now looking for the turn.
Barajas gets the free kick.
Off Ioze.
Kind of bailed out there. Barajas turned. I think he had actually lost control of it. And as he went to turn, Ioze ran into him. Little lucky, but you take it.
Once again, there's your look at the near where you have Ioze and Barajas chasing after it.
I think it's going out for an Indy throw. I think Barajas had lost it, but he gets bailed out.
Yeah.
Opportunity for Metcalf and Kissiadu to work something up. Cochran, Ruthin, Kendall Moulin, Sandoval, all on the back post. Watch out for Kunga at the top of the 18.
Who's going to send it? We got 2 hands raised. Mayers and Guerra there, 10 yards back. At the mass inside the 18, who's going to go? It'll be Metcalf, sends it in with the right, looking for the header over the bar.
A.J. Cochran takes a step back to try to put that header on goal. Unable to get over it. Over the crossbar. Fawn Williams has nothing to do on that one.
Rainier Ferreira sending it long. Picked up by ATL UTD2 off of the joust. Guerra is there. Suni Saad stepped on, whistle, and that's going to go on Barajas.
Sloppy defending from Barajas, and now Indy 11 has an opportunity with a set piece.
Early minute 44, goalless first half. Busy night in the Eastern Conference. We'll keep you posted as to what else is going on here. Charleston Red Bulls 2, North Carolina FC Charlotte in the Tar Heel Derby, Ottawa and Penn FC, Richmond Kickers and Lou City. Anticipating Tampa Bay and FC Cincinnati when the skies clear, and then Nashville and Bethlehem at 8:30. We'll let you know what's going on with all those matches going forward tonight.
Might be more likely to see water polo in Tampa tonight.
Ioze with the left, sends it far post. joust. 1 second chance by Kisiadu. ATL UTD2 has an opportunity. Barajas leaves it and out and running.
Excellent work from Kisiadu, and he's leading the break.
Kisiadu has Kunga behind him, drops it, dropped too far. Mayers, but Sandoval there to pick it up. Castro will go with the right, and 2 hands in the way, saved Owine Fawn Williams.
Rip from Castro. Fawn Williams makes the save, pushes it wide. Kisiadu was offside. He couldn't chase the rebound.
30 seconds plus whatever time is tacked on here for the remainder of the first half. And it's going to go to Indy 11.
Great work from Laurent Kisiadu at the top of the 18. Heads it away, but then he gets on the ball to lead the break. The pass, as you said, just a little behind Lagos Kunga, but Alessandro Castro cleaning it up. Confidence from the young player, rips the right-footed blast that Fawn Williams had to be at full stretch to push that wide.
Minute added. So it looks like last opportunity here as Venegas looking for Moses.
Foul on Moses.
Not pleased with that idea. They were both chasing it down, both he and
I think Moses is about to get a card.
There it is.
I think it was as much for the dissent, even though the referees pointed out different incidents with Moses. I don't think he would have had that if he hadn't shown the dissent after the call.
So keep an eye on that in the final 45 minutes.
Slid in ahead of Cochran, but after he gets the touch, he just cleans Cochran out.
Too much for Sandoval. We met there to clean it up. So it'll be another opportunity for Sandoval. Let's see what happens here. Answer nothing. That'll do it for the first 45 minutes. Jason, halfway home, what do you know?
Very even first half. ATL UTD2 bouncing back well. They look much better than they did in the midweek. Indy 11 needs the spark in the second half.
And we'll keep an eye on what else is going on around the USL. We'll update you, news, notes, all the other stuff that is going on here in the USL. We will come back to the Proving Ground. Goalless first 45 minutes. We'll get you squared away for the second 45, but we're going to go and we're going to come back. More from the Proving Ground after this. So stick and stay. You're watching USL Soccer with ATL UTD2 and Indy 11 goalless right here on ESPN+.
I knew your name before you did. I knew your fears, your hopes. I knew what you could accomplish, how great you could be. And I knew just where to take you when you got hurt.
You'll be back out there in no time.
For physical therapists and certified athletic trainers who only work with young athletes, there's Children's Healthcare of Atlanta Sports Medicine. Moms know.
There are never enough hours in the day, so you can't let sniffles, strep, or aches and pains slow you down. But finding great healthcare that fits your schedule can be tricky. With Piedmont QuickCare at Walgreens, you can get great same-day care right around the corner. There are 27 locations and counting, all with extended hours and most open 7 days a week. You can book an appointment online to get in, out, and on your way. Visit piedmont.org/quickcare now to learn more. Piedmont QuickCare at Walgreens, one stop to better.
Los accidentes suceden sin avisar y conseguir el tratamiento médico que usted o un familiar merece puede resultar difícil si no cuenta con la ayuda de un buen abogado. Por eso nos dedicamos a pelear por sus derechos, asegurándonos que usted no solo reciba la compensación que merece, sino que también reciba la mejor atención médica. Le atendemos en español. 404-888-8888. Bader Law Firm, comprometidos con usted y su familia.
Enriquez does it again. Great save for Strippo. Oh! The ball moves by
Welcome back to the Proving Ground, Coolray Field. It is goalless after the first 45 minutes between ATL UTD2 and Indy 11. John Nelson alongside Jason Longshore. Jason, let's take a peek at the first half stats and what stands out to you?
Pretty even match, to be honest. Indy 11 with 7 shots, but only 1 on target. Mitch Hildebrandt with the 1 save. Atlanta United 3 shots, but 2 of them on target. And we saw a great chance late in the half from Alessandro Castro.
And we'll let you know what else is going on around the USL in just a little bit. Scores, schedule, news, notes, all that kind of stuff. But before that, here's to take a peek at what happened in week 23 in the USL. It's the best of, so enjoy.
Looking for number 14. There it is.
Cross comes in towards the back post, and Foster Langsdorff has his 11th goal this season.
The corner of the 18. Cross comes in, and a goal for Foster Langsdorff. It's his 2nd of the evening. Into the box, a strike, and a goal. Christian Valesky. Guess who? Again, Valesky with his 2nd. Slides it across. Michael Seaton. Seaton in on goal. Michael Seaton, he's at the brace.
Ledesma right at the edge of the 18, takes a shot, and Manu Ledesma does it again.
Now Spees gives it a go, and Spees finds the back of the net. Game of one-upsmanship from the Indy 11 this season. Rebound comes out though, and it's stuck right back in. And guess who? Solomon Asante. Chance now for St. Louis. Long overdue goal for Corey Herzog. Here's Carl Howarth, and the shot, and it is 1-0 Ottawa Fury FC.
Here's Zayden to strike. It hits the frame of the goal and goes in. Laid off to the path of Barry. He's onside, and he fires it home.
It'll be Gordon to strike with his right boot, hits it, and puts it in the back of the net.
To Velasquez. He'll take a crack through distance, and a goal. Chandler Hoffman redirects it for the goal.
Here's another opportunity. Dixon shot and a score.
Back to Corbin Bone. Bone inside of the 18. Buries it in the back of the net.
Still Belmar. Now into the area, Carlson Belmar. Losing his defender, Belmar. Surely Blackwood gets the goal.
Great save by Kendall McIntosh. Shot getting a piece of it.
What a save.
Great stop by Dykstra.
Oh, what a save by Vaughn Williams.
Cardoni with an impressive save.
A brilliant save.
You want to talk about fans here at the Proving Ground? They are gassed up and they're ready to go for the final 45 minutes just around the corner. We're going to let them get back to our seats because we got news and notes from around the league to pay attention to. And Jason, a lot of stuff going on in USL D3.
Yeah, excited for the return of the Rochester Rhinos, one of the legacy clubs of American soccer. They will be returning to the field in USL D3 by 2020. D3 will have 10 teams at least to start in 2019. Really excited to see our friends down in Statesboro, Georgia, in Chattanooga, in Greenville, all over the country launching USL D3 in 2019. And the big story for USL right now for me is eclipsing 2 million fans so far in 2018, averaging over 5,000 a match. It's been a great year thus far for the USL. We're nowhere near done.
And you look at the upcoming schedule, there's some big games coming up in the next 7 days in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, the two that I have my eye on, Indy 11 hosting Pittsburgh on Wednesday at 7 o'clock, and Louisville City Charleston Battery Friday at 7:30. I feel like those two are going to go a long way to deciding seeding in the Eastern Conference.
Let's take a peek at your Game of the Week schedule, and RGV FC is going to get a lot of play. They're in the first 2 games at the top of the page on Wednesday and on September the 5th. Real Monarchs with a coaching change, having to figure that out with St. Louis FC on the 12th. And then a big game in the Eastern Conference, Nashville and Tampa. That is September 18th. That's the final game there on your Game of the Week schedule. All of those available on your ESPN platform of networks. We're going to come back, get you ready for the second 45 minutes here at the Proving Ground. It is goalless. Indy 11 and ATL UTD 2 Second half just around the corner. We'll get you set for it. You're watching USL Soccer on ESPN Plus. Stick and stay. We'll be right back after this.
I knew your name before you did. I knew your fears, your hopes. I knew what you could accomplish, how great you could be. And I knew just where to take you when you got hurt.
You'll be back out there in no time.
For physical therapists and certified athletic trainers who only work with young athletes, there's Children's Healthcare of Atlanta Sports Medicine. Moms know.
There are never enough hours in the day, so you can't let sniffles, strep, or aches and pains slow you down. But finding great healthcare that fits your schedule can be tricky. With Piedmont QuickCare at Walgreens, you can get great same-day care right around the corner. There are 27 locations and counting, all with extended hours and most open 7 days a week. You can book an appointment online to get in, out, and on your way. Visit piedmont.org/quickcare now to learn more. Piedmont QuickCare at Walgreens, one stop to better.
Los accidentes suceden sin avisar y conseguir el tratamiento médico que usted o un familiar merece puede resultar difícil si no cuenta con la ayuda de un buen abogado. Por eso nos dedicamos a pelear por sus derechos, asegurándonos que usted no solo reciba la compensación que merece, sino que también reciba la mejor atención médica. Le atendemos en español. 404-888-8888. Bader Law Firm, comprometidos con usted y su familia.
Enriquez does it again. Great save for Stucco. Oh!
Welcome back to Coolray Field, getting you ready for the second 45 minutes. Goalless right now between ATL UTD2 and Indy 11. Let's take a look at how we got to this particular moment in time. Take a peek at the first half highlights. And Jason, as you've been saying, ATL UTD2 on the front foot.
Yeah, it's been a really even match. Devin Sandoval gets the first chance for ATL UTD2 in the early going, testing Owain Fawn Williams. It feels like there's a goal coming. Both teams have been knocking on the door. They just cannot find the back of the net. The next chance for ATL UTD2 from Laurent Kissiadou. I kind of feel like this has been one of his best performances in the striped jersey. Really putting on a good show in a two-way match defensively and creating chances. We see the chance here. Indy 11, Suni Saad, a player that I've always been a big fan of, a very creative player, the Lebanese international, 4 goals on the season. Best chance of the first half for Indy 11 in this one, Suni Saad. He's going to be a handful as he develops that partnership with Jack McInerney and they develop their chemistry. Free kick for Indy 11. Set pieces, I think, right now are probably the biggest thing that could hurt Atlanta United, too, in the second half. It's just something you don't get a chance to work on in training when the bodies keep changing week to week, and it's something that Indy 11 can absolutely work on. Martin Rennie has been known for that in his career. And in the final chance of the first half, it was Alessandro Castro, the young player for Atlanta United 2, recently signed to a USL contract. Cross cut back from Laurent Kissiadou. It's behind Kunga, and it's Castro with the confidence to rip one with the right foot. Williams diving save.
All right, let's take a peek at, we know where we are. Let's figure out where everybody's going to be going. And for ATL UTD2, after tonight, it's 3 on the road at Toronto FC 2, at Penn FC, and then at Tampa. And then their road schedule, Jason's done. 7 at home to finish for ATL UTD2.
I think they're a little too far out in terms of that helping get you into the playoffs.
Yeah.
But it's a way to get some momentum, and you think back to last year, you saw some teams struggle as the second team in this league. You saw Portland especially. That's the one that I look at that I think Atlanta will be learning a lot from. Portland last year had a really rough season, a very young squad. This year, very competitive in the Western Conference. I think that's something that ATL UTD2 can look to learn from as these young players mature in front of us.
All right, then to the flip side, Indy 11, they're in the middle of their 7 matches in 22-day run. After this, though, those other 3 matches in this run, they're all at Lucas Oil. And then from there, it's, bits and pieces, but most of them are on the road for that stretch run. But right now, you've had 2 wins and a draw in your first 3 in this roadie.
I think Lucas Oil has been a great fit for Indy 11, playing in the big building. I think the attendances are up. I think the energy is up a little bit for Indy 11 there. And now they have new turf. And yes, it has football lines.
Yes, it has football lines.
But the players have talked about it. It's helped this team play better.
We mentioned what's going on with Indy 11. Some really cool news that has also been going on. We've been announcing the new cities that are coming in 2019, and they're all over the place. Some of the cities in the southeastern footprint in Memphis and Birmingham even naming new head coaches.
Yeah, the ones that we talk to on a regular basis here in the South. Tom Sohn managing Birmingham Legion. And then over in Memphis, they've announced their manager as well, Tim Mulqueen, longtime goalkeeper coach, really Tim Howard's mentor.
Yes.
And this is showing both the expansion of the league going forward, but for me, the expansion in terms of quality. And you're getting 2 very experienced coaches coming into the league with these new teams. Really excited to see the 2019 USL season and to see the league in some new cities.
Austin, Texas, one of them. New Mexico. Loudon is a part of that as well. And so the expansion of the sport, the expansion of USL in all of these new and different places, I think it's just one of the cool aspects of the USL going forward.
First half man of the match from Atlanta United 2 for you.
Ooh. I'm torn between Kisiadu and Castro.
I'll go Kisiadu.
Okay, then I'll go Castro.
First half man of the match for Indy 11.
Ooh, Suni Saad.
I'm going to go Brad Ring.
Okay.
And I'm probably being swayed by our good friend Nipun Chopra, Indy 11 supporter and expert. Brad Ring, I just love that you have a guy with such continuity with Indy. He's such a leader for this group, and he's such a vital piece of this team. I think Brad Ring will be the difference for Indy 11 as they continue to climb up the Eastern Conference.
He has been that anchor tonight, wearing the captain's armband. Quick updates from the scores around the Eastern Conference. Right now, all of these at the break, heading toward the second half. Lou City leading Richmond 2-0. Penn FC leading Ottawa 1-0. 1-1 in the Tar Heel Derby, North Carolina FC and Charlotte. Tampa Bay and FC Cincinnati pushed back to 8:30 Eastern time.
Great work from Kisiadu on the interception, nearly leading a break.
Right now because of weather. And down, it looks like one of the Indy 11 players, Jack McInerney, trying to calm things down. They're going to go with a switch, and they're going to keep going. Picked off by Gallagher. Indy 11 back with it.
And now they're going to play.
There you go. And Rainier Ferreira sends it out. Right now, Tampa and FC Cincinnati looks like they've been pushed back to 8:30 because of weather to pair up with Nashville and Bethlehem. And your surprise so far comes from Charleston and Red Bulls 2. Battery 3-0 at the break.
Wow. Wow, would not have guessed that one.
Nope, would not have guessed that one either. And thank you, Snowman, for the updates on those. You can catch all of those other games on ESPN Plus as well. Thanks for accessing us however you are doing so. He's Jason Longshore. I'm John Nelson. ATL UTD 2, Indy 11 scoreless. Start of the second 45 minutes. Indy 11 going from left to right as you're watching here in the second half. ATL UTD 2 in their striped kits, and Indiana's team in their white kits with the blue shoulders.
Nice interplay from Indy. Well defended from Metcalf.
Venegas looking for Moses. Metcalf there to pick it off. Guerra sending it over. Let's see what they do with it here. Kendall Moulin going in. And it looks like Iozi hit the deck. And is it a discussion? Or
It's a free kick. It's Barajas with the foul.
And just a discussion, no card. Let's take another peek at it.
A lot of surprise from Barajas on that foul call. Ioze went down a little easily. Earns the free kick. Dangerous spot here for Indy 11. Three lining up over the ball. It's a four-man wall for Atlanta.
Moses, Guerra, Mayers, McInerney launched over everything.
Poor effort from Suni Saad.
That was a wedge that got sculled on that one.
I was going to say foul ball. Thought that might be a little more appropriate.
Well, we are at a baseball stadium. I understand where you're coming from. Halfway through minute 49, goalless here. What can Indy 11 do with it? Try to center it in. Ruthven with the header to clear. But back at the center line, it's Venegas.
Love to see the leadership Ruthven has taken with this back line in his second match, imploring them to step up.
Moses in the corner. Metcalf on him. Sent back, sent in with the right opportunity. Looking for McInerney, headed away.
Cochran there again.
Sent in with the left this time. A lot of activity in the six, but sent away.
Ruthven with the touch. Kept that away from falling to Dylan Mayers.
Last touched Indy 11, so it'll be a throw. Grounder sent in on that transplanted grass on the infield used by the Gwinnett Stripers baseball team here.
Block from Kendall Moulin. Talked about Indy 11 needing a spark in the second half. They found it. They didn't need to make a change.
I'm wondering what Martin Rennie talked to them about inside the locker room there.
An opportunity here for Kissy to in some space in the middle of the field.
Kendall Moulin and Barajas. Sent back to Ruthven. Barajas.
Nice ball with the outside of the right foot.
To the near side in Metcalf. Kisiadu trying to settle. Does. Back to Metcalf, and they'll work it backwards just to try to reclaim some space and time. Cochran. Kendall Moulin and Ruthven.
Andrew Kendall Moulin spent some time here in the Atlanta area and Fayette County playing for AFC Lightning, one of the longtime youth clubs in the metro Atlanta area.
Venegas. Space to run here at the near. Sends it in with the right. On the ground, a couple of cleats chasing after it and cleared out for a throw.
Cochran can't get to it, but Tyler Ruthven has his back and makes the clearance.
Guerra looking to go. They're going to call Guerra for the foul as Kendall Moulin was trying to keep him from getting in toward Mitch Hildebrand.
Really felt like Andrew Kendall Moulin has been coming into his own this season. Feels like every match just better and better from him. He's played as a center back. He's played as a six, a defensive midfielder.
Hildebrand thought about it. Told by Tyler Ruthven to go ahead and reset before you send it deep. And honestly, that's been one of the cool things to see is the development of the guys, getting together as a unit and then seeing the younger players continue to develop and grow and get used to the system and get used to playing at this level all season long.
I mean, it's the whole group. We're seeing it with Kissy in the last couple of matches, really starting to put full performances offensively and defensively on. We're seeing it with a guy like Kendall Moulin, who has a little bit of experience coming into Atlanta, and he's continuing to grow and develop. And we're seeing it with guys like Jack Metcalf and A.J. Cochran, who, I mean, Jack Metcalf has played nearly every position on the field this season, and he's been effective.
Moses trying to work on Castro. Nice back touch. Guerra will let it go. Corner for Indy 11.
Metcalf was able to get a slight touch away from Guerra. Now it's another set piece for Indy.
Ayoze will take here in the near corner.
Fifth corner of the night for Indy 11.
See what the thought pattern is here. White gets at the top of the 18 now crashing. Ayoze with the left and in the back of the net.
Set pieces.
Goal for Indy 11 off the set piece. Once again launched in with the left by Iose and headed directly in. No chance for Mitch Hildebrandt. First goal on the board goes to the visitors.
It's great service from Iose. Puts that in a dangerous spot. ATL UTD2 cannot clear. Hildebrandt can't get anything on it. Now this is where we've talked about bouncing back all night. This is where Atlanta has to. It's Ouimet who gets the final touch on the Iose cross off the corner. And now Indy's trying to get a second.
Coming down quickly. It is not saved, or is it? Going to be a corner for Indy 11. And for Ouimet, that is his second goal of the year.
Way too clean of a look for Ouimet on that corner. It's another corner, this time from the far side.
Headed to clear, that time by Ruthven. Launched in with the right wide, nowhere near. That time by Brad Ring, so goal kick.
Ruthven won that header and was yelling at the rest of the team to step up. There was no one there to recover his initial header. Gave Ring that opportunity. He's unable to put on goal.
Four white kits pressuring for Indy 11 as Hildebrandt sends it in. Metcalf, Sandoval. Stripes will keep it. Kissiadu looking to dribble out of traffic. Sandoval and Metcalf can't coordinate. Last touch by the Stripes. It'll be a throw for Indy 11.
It's that awareness from Kissiadu. Metcalf made the run for him down the line. Don't think Kissiadu spotted him. Great turn from Castro.
Last touch by Venegas. And will stay with the Stripes. Metcalf looking to throw and start things quickly. Finds Kissiadu. Kendall Moulin knocked away. So let's see what happens here. Could this be a redo of what happened at Lucas Oil midweek? Indy 11 had 2 on the board early in the first 24 minutes. Toronto FC 2 came back to tie it before Dylan Mayers got the game winner in the second half for the 3-2 win. Too much behind that. It'll be a deep throw in the defensive third for ATL UTD2.
So far it's been Indy on the front foot in the second half. They look like they do not want to let up once they get the lead. Took the Dylan Mayers goal in the second half to get the 3 points on Wednesday. They're trying to avoid that drama here tonight. Really strong second half performance so far from Indy.
Whistle on Sooney Saad. Now you get into math, you get into scoreboard watching. Right now, obviously looking for the logjam in the Eastern Conference right now. Once again, coming into tonight. Full points for Indy 11. Should this stand, puts them at 42 points. They would be a point behind Charleston and Louisville, but if those results stand, those add 3 points. Grounder, easy pickup there by Hildebrandt.
That's that swagger from Jack McInerney, though. He just chests it down, turns, decides to have a half volley from, what, 30 yards?
Yep.
Doesn't hit it cleanly, but Jack McInerney has scored a number of goals in his professional career like that.
Good work by Castro to keep it with the Stripes there. Tyler Ruthven sends it over to Gallagher. We'll try to mount a charge. Barajas can't keep it in. It'll go to Indy 11.
Speed and decisiveness from Gallagher is much needed from Atlanta. No hesitation when John Gallagher goes forward.
So if you're looking at the top 6 right now in the Eastern Conference, Lou City winning at the half, Charleston winning at the half, Bethlehem starting in about 10 minutes, and Indy 11 winning. So a lot of folks are charging north of 40 points right now in the Eastern Conference for that top 6. Kissy center circle here in minute 59.
Looking for options.
Barajas sends it further down. Gallagher brings it in with the right, looking for Sandoval, knocked away, and it'll go to Indy 11.
Well defended. Jumps in front of Sandoval.
Clash of heads there. Clash of heads there. Physio's called immediately there. It was McInerney and Kendall Moulin, it looks like.
McInerney up quickly.
So ATL UTD 2 tries to send it in with the right with Gallagher, sends it back out toward the center circle, and a clash right there with McInerney. Clash of heads with McInerney and Kendall Moulin. And to your point, Jason, Kendall Moulin definitely the worst of it with McInerney up almost immediately.
Yeah, no hesitation there from the referee to call for the trainers. Kendall Moulin more the back of his head. McInerney being checked out as well, but he was able to get to his feet pretty quickly. Kendall Moulin has not as of yet.
The front of McInerney to the rear of Kendall Moulin's head. He's now standing up, and that's a good sign.
And nothing intentional either
No.
way.
No.
Kendall Moulin didn't know McInerney was coming. McInerney had every right to try to get there as well. Good to see both players walking off under their own power.
Yeah, as we head toward minute 61 here, Indy 11 with a 1-0 lead. Both players waiting to come in at the first opportunity, so we'll see what happens here. Looks like it's going to go to the stripes. Greg Dopka still holding off on Kendall Moulin and McInerney. Seth Moses talking to Dopka.
It's like substitution for Atlanta.
So it looks like that's the night for Tyler Ruthven. And it is now officially 38 players who have appeared for ATL UTD2 this season, with Natnael McDonald.
Yeah, Natnael McDonald is a player who I've really enjoyed watching develop in Atlanta United's academy. He's played primarily as a right back there, a very dangerous attack-minded right back. Scored a lot of goals last season in U.S. Soccer Development Academy play. Looks like he will be playing on the left as things have readjusted for Atlanta now. Kendall Moulin has dropped into the back line with A.J. Cochran. Cochran slid over to the left. Kendall Moulin on the right side of the two center backs. Natnael McDonald as a left back. John Gallagher still at right back. Jack Metcalf has moved into the midfield.
Kunga, Castro. A lot of white cleats in there, and they get to send Indy 11. Flag is up.
Another thing to look for with McDonald is his great speed down the line. He was a player who, when the academy first started, McDonald wasn't an automatic starter in his age group. It really seems like he's come into his own in the last season.
Kendall Moulin and Gallagher. Kisidu trying to settle, going one-on-one with Ioze, and a whistle. I'm going to call Kisidu for the foul, so it goes back to Indy 11. Now we're going to introduce it going backwards a little bit, come around the horn to the near with Venegas.
Atlanta with two more field players on the bench tonight, both academy players, Dylan Gaither and Luke Mitchell.
And we saw Dylan Gaither midweek. Gaither pressed into service for one game earlier in the year where he ended up with an assist in 80-plus minutes of work because of an injury to Joseph Samuel, and then we saw him midweek.
Gaither can contribute in the midfield. Mitchell can play center back. Mitchell's a new signing to the Atlanta United Academy from the Colorado Rapids Academy.
Kendall Moulin, Gallagher, and back to Hildebrand.
Atlanta just trying to get resettled right now with McDonald in, with Kendall Moulin going to the back line, Metcalf going into the midfield. Just trying to knock the ball around a little bit, get comfortable.
Nice touch by Moses. McDonald will do quickly with the throw. Metcalf sends it all the way over to Gallagher.
Great switch from Jack Metcalf.
Suni Saad trying to keep Gallagher from cutting in. Sent into Kissy. Turns with the left and side netting.
That's the Lauren Kissy that we need to see more of. No hesitation in the final third. It's a nice ball from Gallagher, but Kissy with the flip up to himself turns and volleys into the side netting.
Close call there for ATL UTD2.
Gets a little spark out of the 17s.
Down 1-0 here as we start minute 65. McInerney wanted a whistle on the joust, didn't get it. Kendall Moulin now. Kissy and Gallagher. Sent in with the right, looking to the far, picked up and volleyed over the bar. Well done by Castro. Didn't settle it down enough, but had an idea, put too much behind it.
All the kids looking for all the volleys tonight. Castro tries to take one out of midair on a cross from the right side.
Good pick off there by Metcalf, settled down. But Lagos Kunga couldn't handle it. Now Kunga chasing, along with Sandoval. Send it all the way back to Fawn Williams. Indy 11 switching back and forth now, chested down by Gallagher. Picked up by Cochran, and over to Netnell McDonald.
I can't tell you how impressed I've been with John Gallagher as a right back.
Left cleat, sent all the way over on the switch. Gallagher, Kissy couldn't handle it. Pushing the back, and there's your whistle.
It's the little bits of inconsistency, though, out of Kissy. As you get to this level, you have to have a more sturdy baseline and be more consistent with your touches. It's a poor touch that puts him in trouble. He does earn the free kick. Now he's back on it again.
Metcalf at Gallagher. Going past Ioze. Ball knocked away. Tried to get a whistle, didn't get it. Now McInerney has it. Kendall Moulin shielding Hildebrand. They have to send it all the way back to the center line. They'll try it again.
So smart from McInerney to flare out to the right where Gallagher had left that position as he ran forward.
Good dig by Barajas there to change possession. McDonald tried to settle it down. He and Moses going at it. Moses dribbling out of trouble. Nice 360 there. Barajas now on him. Here comes Castro. Venegas trying to think of something to do. Moses 1-2 there. Tried to work the dummy. And it's going to be a corner kick again. Another set piece opportunity. Suni Saad tried to do something with it. Sent out by A.J. Cochran.
Clever little piece of play from Suni Saad. Lets it run. Catches A.J. Cochran by surprise. And Cochran under pressure isn't even able to play that out for the throw. Has to give up the corner.
So let's see what happens here. It'll be Ioze with the left. Charge with the white kit, sent over everybody. It'll be a goal kick for ATL UTD2. Watch highlights from every game of the 2018 season. Stay up to date with news from across the USL at the league's official Facebook page, facebook.com/USL. McDonald settles. Barajas, center circle, Kissy flicked over to Castro. Now McDonald. Nice working ideas, but too many ideas end up with it being with Indy 11. Hard to touch there, so it'll go back to the stripes.
That's the thing now when you get Kisiadu, Castro, McDonald all on the field together. These guys played together in the academy. Yellow card behind the play.
And the sub looking to come in for Indy 11. Let's see what Martin Rennie has here. Looks like Eugene Starikoff is going to come in. That'll be the night for Dylan Mayers here in minute 69.
And we'll confirm, but I believe Ring picked up the yellow card behind the play.
Left on the bench for Rennie, it has been Spees, Nico Matern, Brad Russin, and Carlisle Mitchell. 3 of those 4 saw activity against Toronto FC 2 midweek up at Lucas Oil. Nathan Lewis also available should Martin Rennie choose.
It was Brad Ring who picked up that yellow card.
So Ring with a yellow in minute 69. That goes with Seth Moses' yellow that he picked up at the tail end of the first half. Laurent Kisiadu has been playing with a yellow on his own for 40 minutes now. Center circle Barajas. McDonald. And over. Metcalf and Gallagher. Pressure coming from McInerney that time. Cochran and McDonald. Barajas. Can Lagos turn? He does with the left. Devin Sandoval trying to send it further down. Gallagher overlap right foot and cleared. Second chance over the end line, but golden opportunity for the Stripes just missed.
It's great work from Lagos Kunga to start that. John Gallagher played into the 18. His shot to the back post cleared off the line. Rebound attempt blocked away at the point of the shot. And Atlanta has a corner and a little bit of life in the 71st minute.
Creature Comforts corner kick here. Sent in, headed away. Kendall Moulin with the right foot tries to post up off of the post and out as A.J. Cochran had the opportunity again.
A.J. Cochran was trying to hang in the air as long as he could to get his head on that and put it on frame.
Tried to go jump man there.
Tried to. Don't think A.J. Cochran has that kind of vertical though.
And the USL will surpass 2 million in total attendance this week, maintaining a record pace in the stands for the league's modern era. The league and its teams would like to thank you, the fans, for rising support that you provided over the course of the season as we head toward the 2018 USL playoffs. Lagos Kunga, a lot of room to work. Guerra in behind, sent over. Kisiadu thought about it, sent into the box, but cleared. And it'll be a throw for ATO UTD2.
Kisiadu cut it back, trying to pick out Sandoval at the top of the 18. I think Laurent had an opportunity to carry that in the 18 himself.
Gallagher picks a pocket. Let's see what the Stripes can do with it here. Looking to go with the left, send it in, deflected clear. Good work to settle it in with the cleat by Kisiadu. McDonald tries to go in with the left. It's headed out, so it'll be a throw for the Stripes.
Left-footed cross from McDonald, headed away. Metcalf right foot to the back post.
Gallagher there, headed looking for Sandoval, sent away by Rainier Ferreira. Sent back in again and headed clear. And Metcalf will settle for Cochran. And Kendall Moulin.
Metcalf and Gallagher especially really trying to make something happen for Atlanta. We enter into the final 20 minutes of the match.
Barajas center circle all the way over to the far, and Gallagher. Too much, but Kevin will track it down. Who's going to help him? And it looks like it's going to be A.J. Cochran center circle. Kissy-Adu. Metcalf looking to spring Gallagher, but it went down the channel instead of closer to the wing. Ends up back with Indy 11.
Taking their time. Kissy-Adu nearly picks it off.
Pressure from Lagos Kunga from behind, and he gets it. What can the Stripes do with it? It's again a lot of cleats from Indy 11 getting in the passing lanes. Picked back up by the Stripes all the way back to Hildebrandt. They'll reset.
Really lackadaisical there from Indy 11. I don't know if they're starting to run out of gas or not, but very slow in the back. Kissy-Adu nearly picked it off and created a chance.
Cochran. Moses on him. Give and go with McDonald. Barajas sees Gallagher, plenty of space.
Good switch from Barajas.
Ayoze there. Right cleat to the far. And looks like it's kept in by Castro. He'll come in with the right. Sandoval had an idea about wanting to head it, but it's over the inline. Looks like it's going to be another Creature Comforts corner kick.
Sandoval unable to get much on his header. It's cleared away. Another set piece opportunity for Atlanta.
Let's see what Metcalf can do with it. A lot of Stripes kids outside the 18 or in the arc, just outside the arc. So let's see what the running lanes are going to look like here. Sent in low to the front of it all, headed away.
Looking for Sandoval at the near post. He couldn't get there.
All the way back to big launch by Gallagher. Chested down, but not out. Center line and Cochran. Kissy-Adu trying to dribble through traffic, looking for Lagos Kunga. McDonald and Metcalf. Kunga with space. Tries to work with the left. Natno McDonald with the left. He'll send it in far post. Headed up into the air. Sandoval looking to post up. And it looks like they're going to call Devin Sandoval for the foul. And Nathan Lewis now set to check in, replacing Suni Saad.
I believe it was a push on Sandoval just inside the 18. Sandoval is going to look for another bicycle kick there.
Yeah. Couple of bodies on the turf for Indy 11. One of them is Brad Ring. The other is Owine Fawn Williams. And of course here, summer months here in the Southeast, you're going to get these kinds of opportunities where muscles aren't going to behave the way that they have in the past.
It's been a lot of minutes for Indy 11 on the field as of late, and they're about halfway through this run of 7 matches in 22 days. Nathan Lewis should bring some fresh legs in, 28 years old from Trinidad and Tobago. Made several appearances with the Trinidad and Tobago national team. Also played in his home country, most recently with Central FC.
It looks like we're going to have Dylan Gaither coming in for Alessandro Castro.
Good night for Castro. I thought he ran out of gas a little bit in the second half, and that's part of that progression as a young player. He came in the first half, I thought, with a lot of confidence, and as you start to get a little tired, you still have to find ways to impact the match. I think Castro struggled to do that as much in the second half. That sub's going to have to wait until the next opportunity, though.
Fawn Williams up. Looking for Starikov. McDonald on him quite well, and there's your intercept. Couldn't hang on to it, though. Last touched by Venegas. It's going to be a throw for the Stripes, and here's your sub for Dylan Gaither. So 43 in, 41 out.
Gaither played well on Wednesday in a substitute's role. See if he can have the same impact that Natnell McDonald has had so far. That was a great sequence from McDonald. Wins the tackle at the end to get the throw, jumps into the passing lane.
McDonald with the throw. Sandoval had it, lost it. McDonald had it and lost it. Here comes Venegas. Moses looking to bring it in with the right. A couple of different ideas outside the 6 for Indy 11. Neither of them work.
I think it was teammates colliding outside the 6.
Looked like one wanted to volley and one wanted to head. They collide. Neither idea happens, but Indy 11 keeps possession here halfway through minute 79. Headed clear. And you saw what Devin Sandoval wanted to do there to spring Kissiadu, but he couldn't quite get enough on it. Indy 11 will work it here over to the near, and Venegas. Venegas with a little room to run. Knocked down by McDonald, kept in playing nicely. Dylan Gaither now.
Good work from Natnell McDonald in his USL debut. It's another academy product on the team. You're starting to get a lot of guys who have played together a good bit for ATL UTD2, especially over on this left side.
Kendall Moulin back to Hildebrandt. Cochran will retreat. Send it over to Metcalf. Fireworks night at MUSC Health Stadium, and we mean that both figuratively and literally. It was 3-0, we told you at the half. Scoring update, and then an update on the update. Red Bulls 2 come back to tie it at 3s. Then the Battery go back ahead. Now they lead 4-3.
Were the post-match fireworks pre-planned, or are they a result of 7 goals?
Probably both. You get a keychain, you get fireworks night. Ooh.
Dylan Gaither nearly hooks one in. It takes a deflection out for a corner.
And remember the North Carolina FC Charlotte game that was 1-1 at the half? 6-1 now.
ATL UTD2 would love to have an offensive explosion like that in the final 10 minutes here.
Another Creature Comforts corner kick here. So let's see what the thought pattern is on this one. Launched in, looked far post, headed down over the inline goal kick. Get an inside look at life on and off the field from a player's perspective every Wednesday evening in the latest edition of From the Pitch. Check that out at uslsoccer.com. So ATL UTD2 has about 8.5 minutes plus time added on to come up with an equalizer here.
And this is the group that's going to have to find it. Luke Mitchell is still on the bench. Mitchell is a center back by trade. Not expecting him to contribute to the attack.
Settled down by Indy 11. Metcalf is a part of it. Foul on Indy 11, so Stripes will reset Kendall Moulin. And if you're wondering about the names that you've heard on the bench tonight, reminders about the injuries right now. So unavailable Ali Shannon and Joseph Samuel because of injury. Sean Nicklaw, after his golazo from 30 plus midweek, is on international duty.
He's had quite a bit of experience with the Guam national team. He's been called in for a few matches over the next couple of weeks. Metcalf going for the right-footed shot. It's blocked away, and Indy on the break down the left.
Brad Ring comes up a little gimpy.
Ring sacrificed his ankle to block that shot from Metcalf.
Barajas and Lewis going at it, but pulled back, and let's see what Indy 11 has in mind here.
Atlanta player down on his back as well.
Sub coming around the corner for Indy 11. Let's see who's down. We can pick up a number.
I think it might be Gallagher. It's Barajas. Let's see what happened. He was involved in the play as Indy was breaking down the left. Looked like Barajas was one of the defenders who got over there to challenge. He might just be cramping up.
Yeah.
Really struggling to move.
Walking a little wonky right now.
Yeah, it looks like we are going to see Luke Mitchell come into the match.
You did see the official call for a sub.
Yeah, Mitchell is in. This might be Luke Mitchell's first match in an Atlanta United kit of any kind. Mitchell is joining the Atlanta United U19 squad. Played with Colorado Rapids Academy the last few years. He's slotting into the midfield in front of the back four. Opportunity for McDonald to break down the left. Now Kunga.
Let's see what Kunga can do. He tries to cut in. Venegas was there, and they call Kunga for the foul as he was trying to turn the corner. And, you know, we mentioned what's been going on defensively for ATL UTD2, playing together for a week. All these guys who know each other from a bunch of different places. Only 2 shots on goal tonight for Indy 11.
Yeah, you start to get Tyler Roof and AJ Cochran building some chemistry at center back. You get a great performance, in my opinion, from John Gallagher at right back. And then on the left side, Jack Metcalf, who's been the Swiss Army knife for this team all season long. Good defensively throughout, and now he's pushed into a different role, and it's been Natnell McDonald who's come in, and you haven't skipped a beat.
Final sub for Indy 11 also in now. Ben Spees is in, replacing Jack McInerney. So you have Lewis, Spees, and Moses up top. Starkov came in for Dylan Mayers back in the 69th minute, so those are your 3 subs for Indy.
Donald tried to play it over the top for Sandoval. It's cleared away, but Atlanta's on it again.
All these fresh legs going after it right now. Sandoval trying to chase Awinfon Williams. Williams gets there first. Sandoval over the top. Devin trying to encourage coming up on your cleats. Pat on the back from Devin Sandoval.
Yeah, nothing much Sandoval could do there. Fawn Williams gets in front of him, gets down, gets the ball, wins it. You will get a foul called on Sandoval. You can restart with a free kick. But this young group for ATL UTD2, a bit of a spark here at the end as they go in search of an equalizer.
Natnell McDonald coming in, minute 62. Dylan Gaither coming in back about 8 minutes ago. His second appearance in this week. Starkov trying to head it. Kendall Moulin trying to get there. Cleats in the way. Brought down. Nicely done that time by Metcalf. Trying to send Sandoval and spring him. Ouimet gets there first, and Fawn Williams on top of it.
Kissidu, Sandoval trying to play the little 2-man game. Smart from Kissidu. He just flips it up over the top. Sandoval can't quite get on the end of it. Atlanta United 2 taking all of the initiative here in the final 5 minutes.
Hildebrandt. Now McDonald having to send it all the way back to Mitch, who will reintroduce with his left.
Smart from McDonald, though. He didn't try to force anything up the wing. He kept possession.
Starikov. Venegas with the right on and through. Looked like it was touched by Hildebrandt on the way to the far side. So it'll be an Indy 11 throw.
Really tough one for Mitch Hildebrand. It's a great ball from Kevin Venegas, driven cross right to the top of the 6, and Eugene Starikoff is crashing at the near post. Hildebrand had to come out for it. He's unable to catch it.
Ioze had 2 stripes kits around him. He touches it last, so it'll be a throw for ATL UTD2 here in minute 89. Down 1-0. On a goal off a set piece by Carl Ouimet off a corner in minute 53.
Spies earns the deep throw for Indy.
Mitch Hildebrand, and the guy between the sticks that ATL UTD2 was thinking of with his run last year with FC Cincinnati. Had a good night between the sticks tonight. Kissidou, can he get there? No, he'd get there second, but
nearly stayed in off the corner flag.
That would have been something.
Going to be a corner.
A deep send trying to get it so it doesn't get to Kissidou. Hits the flag, ends up being a corner. So here, minute 90. What can the Stripes do here off of this Creature Comforts corner kick?
Everybody up. Natnael McDonald is staying back. Laurent Kissidou providing a short option.
Blocked right off of the top.
Handball called on that block. It's going to be a free kick from just outside the 18.
So we'll try it again.
Metcalf will take this.
Sharp angle. Send it into the mixer and see who hops.
It's just another corner, essentially, just shorter.
Looks like we're going to get 5 minutes added. Kissidou at the top of the arc is calling for it. He's got his hands in the air.
Watch McDonald, too. He's coming over behind Metcalf.
Sent in, far post, header. Up in the air, second opportunity by Indy 11. Speed of Atlanta United 2. Lagos Kunga there, tries to send it in with the left. Last hit by Indy 11, so it'll be a throw in the attacking third.
I believe it was Luke Mitchell who almost won that header. Would have been a nice debut to Atlanta.
Backing up for a long throw. Send it into the box.
Flicked on top of the 18, Kissidou.
Thinking about it, into traffic, cleared out again. Kissidou will track it down. This is where all those young legs can come in handy for ATL UTD2. Through a couple of sets of legs, and Indy 11 just content to clear.
Nearly slipped through for Sandoval. Kissidou taking the initiative, trying to find an equalizer.
Natnael McDonald. Trying to send it in, but once again, Stripes have it, but being pressured back to the center line. Gaither tries to send it in with the right. McDonald will track it down. Hildebrandt will send it forward. He'll get there first. Kunga has an opportunity. And Wine Fawn Williams there right at the edge of the box, and he'll fall down on it.
It's excellent work defensively from Reiner Ferreira, just holding Kunga off, allowing Fawn Williams to get to that first.
Starikov, Natnael McDonald, trying to send Moses. Not enough.
Can't keep it. Atlanta wants to take this throw quickly.
It's going to be closer to where Luke Mitchell had it, as opposed to where Natnael McDonald wanted to throw it from. Sandoval
earns the free kick.
Pushing the back from Venegas. Metcalf surveying quickly over to Cochran. All the way over to Gallagher. Chipped in with the left. Right at the arc. Cleared.
Oh, nothing there. Nothing there for that foul to be called.
And if Kissidou Gets another card, then he would be done, because remember, he's been playing on a yellow since minute 29.
Good refereeing there. He understands the situation. Doesn't just go to the yellow on Kisiadu. Has the conversation. Very soft contact, if any. Kisiadu challenging Starikov. Eugene Starikov is a player with European experience, and he knows how to earn a free kick sometimes without any contact. We see it here.
Certainly did there.
Veteran, savvy play from Starikov. You can understand the frustration from Laurent Kisiadu.
Weinfon Williams sending it. Starikov wins the joust. Moses ends up with it. Back touch to Starikov.
This is where Indy just wants to keep some possession. They're not necessarily looking for a shot. They want to play some keep away.
Guerra looking for Starikov, dropping with the heel. Moses has some space. He'll send it in. Grounder, easy pickup. Hildebrand, he'll want to reintroduce it quickly here.
It's too easy from Indy there.
Big launch from Hildebrand. Gaither there. Kunga with it. Moses with hand fighting. Now Gallagher. Stays with the stripes.
Can't be much time left.
Running out of clock. Gallagher looking to do something into the corner.
Gaither gets it into the box.
Looking for Sandoval.
Earns the corner.
Creature Comforts corner one more time. This is probably close to last chance to dance for the stripes here.
Might be last call for the Creature Comforts corner.
So what is Metcalf going to do? Natnell McDonald available, top of the arc. Kisiadu available. Everybody else getting close. Mitch Hildebrandt right in the center circle, sent up top of the box. And Wayne Williams spills it, but they're going to call a foul. Looks like a foul on Sandoval. And Fawn Williams hit the deck hard.
Sandoval backed into it. Might have been looking for another goal of the week. Trying to back into the goalkeeper. Fawn Williams is going to take his time to get on his feet after that. That might just do it. Metcalf angled the corner, going to the top of the 18, and Kendall Moulin headed it on. But the floating header from Kendall Moulin, it's too easy for Fawn Williams to get on the end of.
He'll take every second of the 30 to send it forward. Greg Dobka asking that he do so. Sent forward. Stripes win the joust, chested down. Natnell McDonald trying to send anybody forward who can get there. Dylan Gaither wants to be engaged and involved. There's the opportunity. It's in! Spilled, taken advantage of. Dylan Gaither.
That's what this team is here for. It's Natnell McDonald in his USL debut, just putting it back into play, hoping someone can get on the end of it. And it's Dylan Gaither. Gets there in front of Fawn Williams, gets the touch around Fawn Williams. What an effort from Gaither, what an effort from Natnell McDonald, and this young Stripe squad finds an equalizer.
Ring lost the joust with Natnell McDonald, sent in looping with the right, spilled, and Dylan Gaither. The Stripes put one in late 96th minute. Big hop, headed down, spilled. Gaither takes advantage.
And that's it.
And that'll do it.
That's a gut punch. If you are the Indy 11, Martin Rennie not happy. Came out and wanted, he definitely wants to have a conversation with the referee crew, and they don't want any part of it. I think Rennie wants to know why the extra time kept going, why the stoppage time kept going. I think the biggest reason why it kept going was Owain Fawn Williams made the most of his free kick. After the foul on Sandoval, Fawn Williams took as much time as he possibly could to bring it back in. You saw the referee look at the watch. You saw him ask to bring the ball back in. It didn't come back in. Referee allows it to play on, and that's what happens.
Martin Rennie still having his discussions with the gentleman dressed in the yellow kits. Displeased with what's going on. That conversation's going to continue. We're going to go to break and talk about a goal and a point at the death. Dylan Gaither gets it. Stripes, ATL UTD 2, a 1-1 draw with Indy 11. We'll put a bow on this one when we come back. You're watching USL Soccer on ESPN Plus. Stick and stay. This one's going to be fun.
I knew your name before you did. I knew your fears, your hopes. I knew what you could accomplish, how great you could be. And I knew just where to take you when you got hurt.
You'll be back out there in no time.
For physical therapists and certified athletic trainers who only work with young athletes, there's Children's Healthcare of Atlanta Sports Medicine. Moms know.
There are never enough hours in the day, so you can't let sniffles, strep, or aches and pains slow you down. But finding great healthcare that fits your schedule can be tricky. With Piedmont QuickCare at Walgreens, you can get great same-day care right around the corner. There are 27 locations and counting, all with extended hours and most open 7 days a week. You can book an appointment online to get in, out, and on your way. Visit piedmont.org/quickcare now to learn more. Piedmont QuickCare at Walgreens, one stop to better.
Los accidentes suceden sin avisar y conseguir el tratamiento médico que usted o un familiar merece puede resultar difícil si no cuenta con la ayuda de un buen abogado. Por eso nos dedicamos a pelear por sus derechos, asegurándonos que usted no solo reciba la compensación que merece, sino que también reciba la mejor atención médica. Le atendemos en español. 404-888-8888. Bader Law Firm, comprometidos con usted y su familia.
Played there before, so thank you.
Welcome back to the proving ground. Dylan Gaither gets it in added time. It was like late 96th minute. And talk about a way to make a first impression. Put the first one in the back of the net. Point shared. ATL UTD 2 and Indy 11.
It's a young ATL UTD squad that we talked about it in both games this week. It's a small crew, the first team with games Sunday and Friday. You had no real help from first team players coming to play for ATL UTD2, and this group stuck together for the week. They trained together, they worked on this 4-4-2 diamond, and you could see the continuity come.
All right, so let's take a look at how we ended up with shared results. And Indy 11, they're off and running, and you're thinking, okay, that they need to keep pace with everything else going on in the Eastern Conference. They get shots on early, and they're kind of making their way, and they're feeling their way through it. And then
Alessandro Castro at the end of the first half with a right-footed rip that required a big save from Owain Fawn Williams. Nearly opened the scoring before the first half was over, but Indy is the team that does open the scoring. And it's Carl Ouimet off the corner. We talked about set pieces being a problem for ATL UTD2. The veterans from Indy pieced together a great effort here. Ouimet with a clean header at the top of the six. Not enough pressure on him, and he's able to beat Mitch Hildebrandt. Great service from Ayose. But Atlanta did not give up, and they kept fighting back. It's Natnael McDonald just keeping the play alive, really, just playing it into the top of the 18 and hoping. And Dylan Gaither didn't give up on it either. He gets the touch, flicks it to himself, beats Fawn Williams, and scores. Biggest goal in ATL UTD2 history.
Even Yosef Samuel, the first one ever.
It's not even close. This one meant something. This one was a huge one because it shows what this team is supposed to be here for.
Let's take a look at the stats and what numbers stick out to you in this one. Obviously, the defense for ATL UTD2 kept Indy 11 shots on goal at a very low number, but what else?
3 shots on goal for Indy 11. They had 13 shots total. For me, it's really something you just can't quantify in the stats. Everything else was fairly even. It's just that continuity for Atlanta United 2. It's that continuity of a group that had 2 matches together and actually had a week to train together. And full credit to Scott Donnelly for keeping this group motivated, integrating the academy players who all contributed in that final moment. Luke Mitchell comes on for his debut, does well. He's scrappy in the midfield. McDonald keeps the play alive after a great performance from him. And Dylan Gaither with the winner, or the equalizer. Felt like a winner.
Now McDonald put 30 minutes on the clock tonight for his debut. Dylan Gaither puts in 15 with the game-tying goal. Luke Mitchell comes in the 85th. What's up next for these guys? Short turnaround for Indy 11. Next up for them, they get Tony Lilly in Pittsburgh. So you go from this to the team right now who is second in the Eastern Conference. For them, that is midweek, 7 o'clock for them as a part of their 7 matches in 22 days. That's going to be at Lucas Oil. And then for ATL UTD2, 3 games on the road before they finish up with their last 7 here at the Proving Ground. But that first step is at Toronto FC2. Final thoughts from tonight.
Progress for ATL UTD2. If you can keep a group together and build on this, the academy players are learning and progressing. Is a fine performance from Scott Donnelly's group.
And that's what it's all about here at the Proving Ground. Thanks for hanging out with us here all evening long as you've been watching USL Soccer on ESPN+. The latest of the late goals, Dylan Gaither with the equalizer. ATL UTD2 ends up with a point. It is 1-1 your final score, with Indy 11, 7 matches in 22 days, right there in the middle of it. A gut punch, as Jason Longshore says, for Indy 11. A tremendously earned point for ATL UTD2. Thanks for hanging out with us here for USL Soccer on ESPN+. For Jason Longshore, I'm John Nelson. Play it safe, everybody. We'll see you next time.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League may not be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.